This is the all-new Meta Neural Band, and it might be the most underrated tech product announced in all of 2025. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what the Meta Neural Band is, why it's such a big deal, as well as two of the most exciting features coming out in the next few months. All right, first off, what is it? Meta Neural Band is kind of in a category of its own. Think of it like a new type of controller, a neural interface. If you were watching Connect this year, you probably saw it on Zuck's wrist as he live demoed Meta Ray-Ban display. It's how he controlled all the action on his glasses. Now, the way it works is actually super simple. As you start to move your fingers, Meta Neural Band can detect subtle electrical signals firing in your muscles. Now, this is called EMG technology, or electromyography. It's listening to the electrical motor neurons traveling from your brain to your fingers. And it translates those signals into gestures that let you control devices. In this case, Meta Ray-Ban display glasses. So if you very subtly pinch your fingers together, it can register that as a tap or click. Now here's the interesting part. Most other devices that are gesture controlled are camera based. So they need a camera to see you make the gestures with your hands. And this sounds good, but if the camera gets blocked or your hands are out of view, then the gesture doesn't register. And this leads to a really poor user experience. But Meta Neural Band works differently. Because it operates based on signals in your arm, you could literally make a gesture with your hands in your pocket and it would still control the device seamlessly. It's pretty cool. Now, the reason Meta Neural Band works so well is because Meta spent years and years quietly researching electromyography and testing this system with many participants. So it works super smoothly out of the box and has a bunch of different gestures that can be programmed to do different things. You can tap, pinch, swipe, click, or even type without ever needing to touch a screen, mouse, or keyboard. Now, as soon as I tried Meta Neural Band for the first time, I immediately realized why this was such a huge breakthrough. For one, Meta Neural Band has a chance to become a next-generation computing interface. Humans weren't built to type on keyboards or scroll with mice. Keyboards are slow and touchscreens are messy. But a neural interface, that's high-bandwidth communication between human and machine. The truth is, our bodies are much more comfortable with natural movements. And so Meta Neural Band is the first controller that lets us fully lean into that. Essentially, your own nervous system becomes the input device. And I don't think people realize how much more fun technology is to use when that's the case. This is the first controller that lets you stay present in the physical world while you're navigating the digital one. And second, this band has huge accessibility benefits. Because it can track neural signals, it has the chance to give people with limited mobility a new, more comfortable way to control their devices. Imagine someone with hand tremors, missing fingers, or other physical impairments. This could be huge for helping them control their devices. I think we are just scratching the surface here, but I expect this to be a huge leap forward when it comes to accessibility and device flexibility. Now, when it comes to features and use cases, there are a lot of useful things you can do with Meta Neural Band. Clicking, scrolling, going in and out of menus, it's all standard and super intuitive to use. Now, in addition to the core gestures, there are two new features coming in January 2026 that are super exciting. The first one is EMG Hand-writing. Now, EMG Hand-writing allows you to scribble your hand on any surface as if you were writing, and Meta Neural Band can detect what you're writing and render it as text in messages or docs. So for example, let's say you don't want to search for letters in the spatial keyboard, and you just want to scribble something down manually. This would allow you to do that seamlessly. Now, this is super useful for situations where you need to respond with privacy, and you don't want to have to take your phone out of your pocket or bag. And the second feature coming soon to Meta Neural Band is Teleprompter. Teleprompter allows you to pull up a script or written doc within the display in the Meta Ray-Ban display glasses. And using Meta Neural Band, you can scroll through as you read or say the words. This could be amazing for anybody making content, giving presentations, or delivering speeches. Now, these are just a few of the core features coming to Meta Neural Band and Meta Ray-Ban display ecosystem over the next few months. And I'll be covering all of that. Make sure to stay tuned and we will see you guys on the next video.